start getting set up here. I can't see my comments from over there. I'm supposed to be getting a new monitor set up right in front of me so that I can see all of your comments here. But in the meantime, I have my phone with me, so we'll be able to see at least through that once I get it pulled up here. All right. Let's see. I'm hoping this works, right? I see it on my screen. It's working over there. Oh, look, we have people watching. Oh, look, I have comments. Look at that. All right. Whew, I feel better now. All right, let's see. We've got, who do we have on? Everybody say hi if you're here. Hey, Laura. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Pinky. I have, let's see, what can I do with my phone here so that I can see you all? I have this really nifty adapter that I can attach to something so that I can see you all. If I do that, I can attach it to where I have my my front-facing camera set up. If it goes that big, I think it'll go that big. Let's see. The front camera might get a little shaky if I try to reach over and do this, but let's see if I can. I hope I'm not the only one that can only sew without my shoes, right? All right. We've got, let's see, Muriel says good afternoon from, what is it, Lehigh, Florida? Lehigh Acres, Florida. Born and raised in Vegas. Oh, does that mean you're going to come to Sewcation Sin City with us? You're going to come and visit your hometown. All right, let's see if I can do this. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, it's shaky, you guys. All right, let me tighten that up. Oh, tight, tight, tight. Come on, get in there. I know this is weird. Come on, tight, tight. Why isn't that being tighter? Oh, because it goes the other way. I'm making it looser, of course I am. Sorry, it's shaky. This is a whole new setup for me. It's been a trip making sure that all of the wires are all in the right places, but I think so far I really, really like this setup. So we'll be able to get a lot more going. I know I probably sound super muffled at the moment. Let's see here. All right, I think that'll work for today. That way I can see your guys' chats here. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, you guys see all of my brown roots there too, huh? It's okay. I don't mind. Oh, gotta take care of the fur babies. Look, I can see your comments in front of me now. Yay! Okay. All right, so who brought a project to work on? Because I have a lot of fun stuff. I have something big I'm working on. I can't show the whole thing that I've got, but I think my camera moved. Did my camera move? No, I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Let's move that. I'll come back over this way just a little bit. All right. Yay, Laura, I'm here. All right. I can't show the whole thing that I'm working on, but I can't show the final picture of what I'm working on. So it's in a very black bag. Let me pull out the pieces here. I am working on a very large foundation paper piece. Oh, look at that. It still says it here, huh? Oh, you know what I don't have over here is I don't have a rotary blade. Well, I guess we're just going to get along with scissors for now. That's okay. I don't mind. We'll make it work. This is so much stuff in here. Okay, let me pull this out. These are all of the... Alright, well, actually, I just realized that this says everything on it here. So I've got all of my colors. I've got all of my pieces. Awesome. Alright. So, who's super excited for Vegas? I am super excited. I should have, in the next couple of days, I should have the link for hotels. I do have the costs of the hotels that are available for us. I don't know them off of the top of my head, I'm sorry. But I am putting together a graphic that will have all of the room nights and the costs for the hotels up for us. So I'll have that up today. I'll put that out for you guys. Oh, glad you're doing paper piecing because I forgot how to do it. You know, I am new to paper piecing, but I really, really enjoy it. I have one that I'm working on at home that actually my children are not completely thrilled that I have taken over the couch and the entire coffee table. So I have my coffee table, and then I have my sewing machine, and on one side I have my well, that's the other thing that I don't have right here with me. I have the wool mat with the iron, and then on the other side of the machine I have my cut mat with my rotary blade. So we'll see how far I get with this today without having my rotary blade, my iron, or my mat and wool mat. So apparently I need to create a second setup just here for all of that to work. But I wanted to test out my new setup. So I have it set up so that you have an overhead camera so that you can see what it is that I'm doing, what it is that I'm working on, and then I have one so that right in front of me. And I'm hoping that I have a new boom stand that's coming that'll hold the camera so that I can move it. So it'll go from overhead to see what I'm doing to overhead, so I can swing it back and forth depending on what we're working on and whatnot. But I'm getting ready for our virtual classes, which I'm super, super excited about. I am hoping to have the first virtual class ready, our first official virtual class ready for January. I'm trying to think. I have a list. I have a whole list of things that we can potentially do for the virtual class, but I will host a, what do they call that when it's not really open, but it's kind of open, but you're not really announcing it to be open? A soft opening? I think it's a soft opening. I'm going to run a class as a tester to make sure that everything works the way that I want it to and is set up the way that I want it to be, so that when it comes time to actually do the class, then we're already all set up, ready to go. Okay, so first of all, listen, I am absolutely loving these legit kits because everything is already all separated and organized. All of the colors are labeled. It's in alphabetical order. I will tell you what, for someone who is not savvy with paper piecing yet, I say yet because my friend Alba is determined to turn me into a quilter. I'm working really hard on my attention span so that I can actually do this. But these kits are amazing and worth every single penny that I have spent. Hey there. We've got more people coming in. I'm very excited. Look at these pretty colors. Who knew that there were so many colors of Kona? I think these are all Kona. Solids. Just solids. I think, let's see, the kit that I'm working on at home has 108 different colors. Different colors. And the one that I'm working on at home, it's the mini Skulliver. So if you're in the Sewacations by So Bestie group, I've been posting pictures of progress. I am so far, I have 5 blocks of 16 done. So my goal is when I sit down, I make at least 2 blocks. Well, that was fine and dandy until I got to the blocks that are like 36 pieces just by themselves, which is really fun. I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much here. So I'm very happy to sit down and get at least 1 full block done at a time. But it's only 16 blocks, which means every time I sit down, that's 1 day. So if I can do 16 days, I'm just hoping that I can remember to sit down. That's why it's in front of my TV, because I've been watching movies, and somebody asked me the other day in class, how long does 1 block take you? I was like, well, I sat down and did 1 block the other night, and it took me about however long Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was, because I watched the entire movie. I watched the entire movie to put that 1 block together. Pinky, this kit is by Legit Kits. I'll link them in the video when I'm done here. So these are all separated by, so you can see here, these are all scraps. It's 4.5 by 5.5 scraps. That's all I will need of each of those colors. So that's a set, and then look, they're all alphabetically organized by their colors. I love these. I absolutely love these. It makes it so easy to find the color that you're working on, but you know what? I still messed one up, I think. And it's just this little tiny square. When I post the full picture, you'll have to see if you can notice my little mistake. I didn't notice it until after I put all the blocks together, and I was not going back. It's okay. So then the next size is 5.5 by 9 scrap, and just all of the little pieces, they come out of this. So I just realized that all of these also have the name of the pattern that I'm working on, which means if my sister is watching, she's gonna know exactly what I'm working on. It's okay. The finished piece, we're gonna get this done. Oh, let's see, how many blocks is this one? You know what, I'm just gonna show you because it's all there anyway, and she probably knows that I'm working on it, and she's seen it already, so it'll be a surprise that it's actually done either way. So this is what I am working on. Autumn the Fox. Can I see that? Okay, so this one is, how many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 64 blocks. Wait, 8 times 8, yeah. This is 64 blocks. Oh, I'm not getting this done before Christmas. But it's so pretty. Look at it. So this one is 64 blocks. Where is my other one? Says how many pieces is in it. So this is the kit. Isn't that great? Can you see it? Can you see it? Look at that. Look at. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's a little fox. So my sister is completely obsessed with foxes. It's her spirit animal. So some of these blocks, let me show you. I love the Legit Kits because check this out. So it's literally like painting by number. So we have, did I just knock something over? No, I'm good. You have the blocks. It comes with 2. It comes with the pattern side, so what it looks like from the pattern side, and then it has it reversed what it looks like when it's finished, because it's reversed. You actually sew the fabric to the paper. It's fantastic. But you can see some of these blocks are just a few colors. Like these are easy blocks, right? Easy blocks, easy blocks. And then you get into these little detailed ones. that it's a ton of little pieces where, so this block, likely this block, I haven't actually looked at it yet, but so block E3, that's one of the eyeballs. That is likely going to be a bunch of blocks within the block. So you go through and you make all of the little pieces first, and then you put those pieces together and it makes a block. And then eventually you start putting the rows of blocks together, and then you start putting the rows of blocks together, and that makes the whole thing. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So what I've seen some people do is they'll go through and like pick out the easy blocks to do and just get those done and out of the way, and then they go in for the harder blocks. I've seen others go through and do the harder blocks first to get them, you know, done, and then all you've got to do. I chose the oddball route, and I just started from one side and started going across, and then I put that whole row together, and then I started on the next row. So eventually it'll be fine. I don't know. Apparently I'm gonna have to try this more than once to see which way I like better. So Alba is getting her wish. I am very slowly turning into, dare I say, a quilter. I don't know that I have the attention span for this, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna try really hard. Hey Lori, you made it. Could you tell me what the finished size is? This one is a 60 by 80, so this one's gonna be a very large quilt. The one that I'm working on at home is, I think it's 50 by 60. It's the smaller. So they have different sizes. The one that I'm doing at home, I chose the smaller one because my intention is that I'm going to put that one up in the classroom. So, but again, what I like about these is they come all like, they're all sized, they're all cut. It comes with, in the pattern directions, I don't want to give too much away, but in the pattern directions, there is even a chart of, I'll show you here. I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but look, there's a chart here so that it shows you what pieces come out of that color. So I know the layout. It's kind of like having a pattern layout in your, check that out. It's kind of like having a pattern layout for your regular patterns. You know, it shows you the fabric that you're cutting it from. It shows you what pieces go on that fabric and how they're placed. Did I follow the directions? Probably not. Am I going to have to go and buy more fabric? Very likely, because I just kind of started cutting, and I'm used to using a lot of scraps for things. So I'm a Tetris master. So when I started cutting into these, I literally I cut one out, and then I used the next piece, and then I cut one out, so I have seen it done so many different ways. You're gonna have to find what works for you. There's lots of YouTube videos out for these, I think, to show different types, different ways to do it. I've seen people where they go through and they will take each of these pieces and they will cut them out of the fabric and just pin the pieces to the block that they go to and then put them together. That may be the right way to do it. It may be, I don't know. I don't want to say easier because everybody's brains work differently. Mine is a very different brain. So, but either way, I'm really excited to see how this all turns out. So I think maybe I'll pick a nice easy block to do and start on. So let's find us an easy block. Let's find, oh, here's an easy block. C1 is going to be an easy block. It's only 3 colors, but that way you guys can actually see it and kind of see how it goes together. So let me move that out of the way. Let's do this. Are these all fat quarters? No, they are not. Oh, 3/8. There's fat quarters. So what I did at home was I took these by sizes. and I started, so there's half yard. I took these by sizes and I just separated them that way. That way all I have to do is grab the size. You know, I really went through and tried to debate on the larger pieces like this. If I just put them all in alphabetical order, regardless of what size the scrap was, if it might be easier to find things. But as you go through the blocks and you start to recognize your colors, you know which pile to search for them in. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this with scissors, so it's going to be super fun. All right. So I am just starting on this one. Let's move all of this over here. What did I say? C1. I'm going to find C1. So there's B1. See how some of these blocks, they come in different pieces. So that, oh, these blocks are kind of big, aren't they? Oh, this is going to be so much fun. There are, come on, what is this? This is B7, C1. There we go. All right, C1. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to set my stack of pattern pieces aside. Let's see, what are we on? We've got glide thread on. This is great. Okay, so I need AM, TC, and QY. So here's AM. Yay, that was easy. Okay, so AM is the first one. TC, let's look for TC. And if I really wanted, I could pull in the pattern directions, there are the colors of all of the blocks, and it'll tell you what size each one is. I just find this to be easier because it works for my brain. I just go through each pile to grab the colors. So there's H, I, M, N. What am I looking for? T, C, R, S, W. So it's not in there. It's not in here. It's probably in this one. T. Come on. P, Q. Almost there. S, T, espresso. There's a lot of espresso in my other quilt. All right, so there is TC. So I'm just going to fold that out of the way so that I know that's exactly where that goes back. Should I pull out the other one? No, I'm going to save that. Okay, so this is how I've been working it at home. I pull out the first two colors that I need because you're going to sew those together at the same time. And literally all I do is open it up. So this is TC, so I want to make sure that that goes on the TC side. And I'm going to pull up the AM. Come on, open. AM. And I'm going to line up those edges so that I can. All right, so TC and AM. So AM is going to go on this side because when we pull this apart, we're going to sew down this way and then we're going to open it up, and we want AM to come this way and TC to go that way. You want a 1/4 inch seam allowance on that side of your fabric. So I'm going to line it up here. And essentially what you can do is you can fold this here because that's where your seam is going to be. Can you see this? Is this? Yeah, we're good. Okay. So you essentially want to line this up so that you have a 1/4 inch of fabric hanging over the side. You can, and I've seen, you want to pin this in place, okay? I don't use pins. I'm bad. Don't follow everything that I do in live videos because I'm bad. So you want to pin this in place. You want to make sure that there is enough space. So if I fold this over, my piece comes out like this. You want to make sure that there's enough room on your fabric that is going to end up within that piece. So I can see through the paper. I don't know if you can see it on the video here, but I can see that my piece comes almost all the way out to where the paper is. So I want to make sure that the piece behind, which belongs to this side of the paper, is going to have enough space on that piece. Okay, and we're going to bring it up to our machine. I'm going to line it up. And then I'm going to unfold it here to lay it flat, and then I'm going to sew right on the line. Come on. Give me the thread. There we go. I just don't want to lose my tail there. All right. And all I'm going to do is make sure that this is still lined up all the way across. If you pin in place, you're not going to have that issue. All right. Hey, if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I can see your comments on my phone in front of me now, so. Look at that. There it goes. First seam on my new quilt is done. Look at that. Okay, so this is my AM. This is my AM fabric. I'm now going to cut around that. Now, again, normally I would do this with the rotary blade. Just fold the pieces out of the way. But I'm just gonna give it a little extra seam allowance here on the sides and cut this off here. All right, so that's, I really wish that I had my iron in here. I'm gonna have to get that set up. Oh, I'm so excited to get everything going. All right, so there's the first piece. So I'll fold that back up in just a second. Now the second piece, so see how this piece matches the block that it's at now, right? Then I would take this over to the iron, which I don't have with me at the moment, but that's okay. I'm just gonna give it a good finger press. It'll be fine. Finger press that seam open. Beautiful. Yay. All right, so that is nice and open. So here, now this, our TC, is going to match this block here, which means I'm going to fold this one away. And so this part is a seam for another block, which means I'm not going to cut it right where I'm folding it because we need a seam allowance on this side, right? So we're going to cut around, but also leave our seam allowance. So on the edges, the seam allowance is already there, but here on this seam, I'm going to cut so that we have an excess seam allowance to match our next piece too. Quilters use rotaries. I like my rotary. I will have a rotary blade for the next time that I sit down and do this here. I just took it all home so that I could work on my skull. All right, so this side already has the seam allowance included in it, so we're just going to follow the edge here. Ta-da! Now there's the first two pieces of the block. Isn't that cool? And I'll go through and iron it later. It'll be fine. It will be fine. All right, so there's the first one. Holy cow, look at this. All right, so now I'm going to fold this back up. And this is the fat quarter, so this one goes right back to where we had it right here. I'm going to lay that back in there, fold that back up, and put my pieces back. Next, we need QY, which I'm going to look to see if it's in the same pile that I'm already in. There it is, look at that. QY. So this is our next piece. Oh, all the fun things that are coming up. Virtual classes. We're going to be able to do this together. It's going to be great. All right, so I'm going to place this. So this is the piece that we need to fit. So if we were to fold this piece, say this way, and make sure that he's got enough room there. So if we were to put this like up here, like obviously it goes off of the fabric, right? We want to put it to where we have enough space, and then we're going to flip it over so that our fabrics are right sides together. Now see how, if I line this up, because this has my 1/4 inch seam allowance on that side, right? Now if I line this up and lay it flat, my paper goes off of the edges, right? But that doesn't matter because that's not part of this block. So we're going to go through, we're going to line this up. You can pin it to sew it, and then we're going to bring it back up to our sewing machine and sew that seam too. I love it. Tell me, do you guys like this setup, the videos, having the both views at the same time? I thought about adding a third camera, but the friend who helped me set this all up was like, you don't need 3 cameras. I feel like we need 3 cameras. I feel like I could use a third camera. Especially when we do our regular classes, and that way we don't have to move anything, right? All right, so, oops. There we go. All right, so now that one is sewn. Check this out. Look, we're gonna fold that out. Look at how pretty that is. Look at how pretty it is. It's gonna look so much better when I actually iron it. It's fine. It'll be fine. All right, now that's there. We're gonna go ahead and cut off the excess here. I'm gonna go this way. Y'all, I don't normally cut anything with scissors. This is weird for me. I'm giving myself plenty of seam allowance around these edges. Normally, your final seam allowance is gonna be the edge of this gray block, which means we're gonna end up cutting some of this away. We didn't need all of this, but that's okay because I don't have my iron and I'm not actually set up to be working on this. I just decided to pull it out. I don't know why. All right, we're gonna fold that one back up. Now, what I did find working on this at home is I like to keep my blocks very organized. If you're in the Legit Kits group, I've seen where people like do whole filing cabinets. Yes, Emma, it's a Legit Kit. Look at that. That is my first block of the fox all done. So they'll go through, they'll give you suggestions, like you can use a little bit of the like Elmer's glue to glue your pieces down to just keep them in place while you do all of your other pieces. I haven't needed to do that again because I've been going through and doing one block across a whole row and then putting that whole row together. I will be enlisting my child to tear off all of the paper when I am done putting all of the blocks together. That's a little too tedious for me, so that's what I have children for. It's going to be great. Yes, Emma, you missed it earlier. I showed, let me fold up this other one too and put this back away. I am working on the fox for Heather. She's going to love it. I'm kind of hoping that she's not watching because she doesn't know that I'm working on it. But I got it for her for Christmas last year. I gave it to her for Christmas last year. My intention was when I bought it, I was like, look, I can make this as a surprise for my sister and give her the finished quilt for Christmas. And then I didn't touch it for months because I'm highly distractible. And so for Christmas, I gave it to her as a gift, and I was like, look what we can do together. That was last year. And we haven't touched it. So I'm touching it. I'm doing it. I'm here. I'm here for it. So yeah, this is where my life is. All right, so we're gonna go half. Oh, there's the half yards right there. Oh, these are so great. I do. I love these. They come out so nice. I'm very excited. Holy wow, you guys. It's been almost an hour. Can you believe it? So yeah, so this is literally what I do at home. I am fat half, fat quarter, fat 16th, fat 8th. These just get bigger as they go. This is how I've been doing this at the on the couch at home. I have my sewing machine in front of me. I have my wool mat and I have my cutting board, and then these, it's so funny. So we have a very large couch at home, and I have taken up the whole couch because I'll set the blocks out in piles around the couch. And so Maximus, the other day, he came to sit down on the couch to eat dinner, and we have 3 couches in our living room, and there are 5 of us and a dog. So Maximus and Ash and the dog are on one side, and he's huffing and puffing because he can't put his plate anywhere. No judgment. We watch movies and eat dinner all at the same time. But yeah, he's like, Mom, can't you pick this up? I was like, no, I'm not eating. I'm just quilting, and I need this space. So he had to sit with it. Yeah, it's fun. It's so much fun. So let's talk about some things. I'm really glad that, like, seriously, if you haven't seen or worked with the Legit kits, they make paper piecing super easy. I was afraid of paper piecing for a long time, but it is kind of it's one of those things that I can just tune out and do regardless of anything else going on. It's really nice. So I can just kind of everything and just work on that, and it's great. A lot of sewing is like that for me, but this one is kind of different. It's new. I want to say it's not as much thinking. It's not as much. If you're following the patterns and using the pre-made kits, it's not as much thinking because everything is laid out for you. You're just working through the pieces, and it's a process regardless, but you're just working through the pieces for what's already provided for you. I've seen some really great Legit kit quilts that people have done just the patterns, and they've gone through and pulled all of their own fabrics, and they've kind of followed, I don't want to say followed the design, but with their own fabric choices, and they've turned out absolutely beautiful. That involves a lot more thinking because you've got to kind of match it up and see where your colors are and how you're going to do everything. That takes a lot more pre-planning. I don't know that I'm ready for that yet, at least not for the size and complexity of pieces that these all are. But what I love about them is they're all straight seams. It is wonderful. And so I'm using my my TL18. I have the tabletop frame to be able to set up later and go through and actually quilt it. It's a really, really great, it's sitting in a box on the floor next to me, but it's a really great alternative to getting a full-size quilt frame, and it works with the machine that I already have. So I can drop links for those whenever you're ready for them. But as far as clothing maker to bag maker to now, I am working on quilts more than just putting squares together. I think I'm doing pretty good. So we're expanding. It's a lot of fun. So I'm absolutely loving the setup here. I have apparently moved my camera a few times. Sorry. What happened? Sorry about that. Weird. Anyway, maybe that's my cue that this is it for today. So I got to figure out how to make that stand up straight for longer. I don't know if maybe I hit it or if it just wasn't tight enough. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Sorry, it's shaky. Maybe I hit it when I was folding fabrics. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm really glad you guys were able to join me today. A few housekeeping notes coming up. We've got Sewcation Sin City is in the works. Teacher and vendor applications are in the works. I think our teacher applications are up on the website. So if you have any teachers that you want to see at Sin City, feel free to pass on the links and request your teachers to fill those out. We're pulling applications and classes and everything through January. We're going to start announcing classes here probably within the next couple of weeks. And we'll have, our goal is to have the full schedule out by beginning to mid-February once we've got everything confirmed. And for those who are asking, you know, what type of classes are we going to have? We have literally had so many different classes. This last year in Vegas, we had stained glass, we had some paper crafts, we had amigurumi, we had a couple of different crochet classes, we had quilting classes, we had clothing and embroidery. This year, I'm not sure how we're going to do the embroidery just yet, but it is in the process so that we can have some on site. We currently have, oh gosh, I think we have twice as much space as this year for our vendor hall, and we have got some great new vendors coming with some really fantastic returning vendors too. I'm really excited. So those announcements will start coming through the group and on the website. All the good things, all the good things. Oh, look, Lola's on. Lola's coming. She's gonna see everyone in Vegas here too. Goodness gracious. What else is going on? Oh, I cannot wait. We are in the process of setting up our meet and greet for Vegas this year. It is not going to be a masquerade meet and greet like we did this year. But it is going to be an absolute blast. We're just working out some logistics with the hotel, and thankfully we're doing it nice and early, so we're trying to finagle some stuff in to make it a really, really fun experience for everyone. Y'all, I have to say, VIP tickets, I know that there are a lot of very disappointed people out there that didn't get VIPs, but I have to say, you know, previous years, so this is our 5th Sewcation, plus we did our Otiki Summit, but as far as actual Sewcations go, this is number 5 for us. Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 6. This is number 6 for us. Up until this release of tickets, we still had VIP tickets available. Mind you, the same number of VIP tickets as we had this year. We still had VIP tickets available for 3 to 4 months after ticket release. There was absolutely no way to predict that tickets would have sold out in less than 24 hours, let alone the last VIP ticket sold at the 90-minute mark from release. Absolutely, I'm floored. I am absolutely floored. I am so humbled and grateful, and I understand that there is a disappointment for those who didn't get those. However, we are working on something fun that will be open to everyone while supplies last. And I will have those announcements as soon as we get the final pieces for it. But we'll have 50 to 100 of those available too. And it's essentially a pre-order goodie bag. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it a pre-order goodie bag. But it is going to be great. I cannot wait. So we do have our VIP tickets, and the big thing with those is, you know, you get the early registration, so VIPs get to register 2 days before it opens to the public. They get their event t-shirt is already included. Do you see me, or do you hear me now? Sorry. It's a brand new mic, so we're working out some kinks, but I'm really, really excited for all of the things happening with Sewcation and virtual classes. We have some other great things in the works directly with Juki, because if you didn't know, I am also a Juki ambassador. There's so much happening. It is absolutely mind-boggling. So we're bringing in some new stuff to the classrooms. So hey, Madeline's a VIP. I see you. I see you. So yeah, it's gonna be absolutely great. I cannot wait for everything to kind of fall into place, and we'll have all of our announcements are coming up. Oh, I'll have hotel prices this evening. I'll get those posted both on the website and in the group, and then we should have our hotel booking link by the end of the week. So again, I'm really excited for returning vendors. I'm really excited for new vendors coming in. We have a really great lineup already, and the fun is just beginning. So, I'm thinking, what else did we miss? Post your questions. I've got, what did I say? We've got virtual classes coming. I'm looking to add more content to our YouTube. I will have a video later for a new tutorial is coming out today, because there's a new pattern release with Ellie and Mac, and we were able to do a video tutorial for their brand new fanny pack pattern that came out today, or that is coming out. I'm not sure what time it releases, but we'll get it. So I'll have that video up later today as well. We've got we're working on our very first Sip and Sew, both in classroom and online. I'm really excited. There's so many things. I know I'm not as active as I used to be on social media. We've just had a lot going on, so I'm trying really hard to just get back into that and get everybody moving again. So we've got some great lineup things here for next year. We've still got, if you haven't seen, we've still got a couple of spots left for our Sewcation at Sea this winter. We've got one spot left for December 27th through January 3rd. That's our New Year's Eve cruise. And then we have January 3rd through 6th and 6th through 8th. And I still have space, and I'm still booking people for those. Cutoff time, I believe, is in 2 weeks. So get those done as soon as you can. Shoot me a message. And then we're also booking for Alaska for next year already. So August 11th through 18th and 18th through 25th. And those are really great itineraries. And those are going to be bag making cruises. So we're going to be working on a lot of stuff there too. So anyway, virtual classes are the virtual classes. And I can only see part of your comment. Let me see. Hold on. Virtual classes. Where did it go? Why won't it show me? Virtual classes. I'm missing. So the virtual classes will be through Zoom. So once we start, there's going to be differences. So we have our tutorials and our videos, our live sessions. Those will all be through YouTube. Those will be streaming here. But the actual virtual classes will be through Zoom, and that way we can all chat back and forth. If you have live questions, you can ask. It is going to be very much like an actual classroom setting. We will just be online, so that you can work on your own machine with your own projects. But I will also have kits that you can purchase so that you don't have to prep those if you don't want to. So cutoffs for kits will usually be about a week before the class. That way there's time for the post office to get them to you, and that way you can just open up and sew along with us during the actual class. So I believe our first class is going to be our new pattern that's coming out, the Clearly Essential Crossbody. It's going to be in January. So we'll have kits available for that, but we'll also have the people who sign up for that class will also be able to just purchase the pattern and prep your kits at home, so you can use materials that you have at home. So you'll get to make that choice. So you'll sign up for the class itself, and then you can purchase our kit for it and have it mailed out to you, or you can just do the pattern and prep your own kit. But when we start that class, everything's got to be pre-prepped the same ways what we send our kits out for. So we have also the end of the year, we have our sale coming up. So we have a mystery box sale that's coming for vinyls because I have so many rolls of vinyl that we've got to clear. So in order to bring in new stuff, we've got to kick out some of the old stuff. I don't want to say old because it's all brand new. I mean, we just have a lot. So I will be posting up some boxes and mystery boxes with some very, very fairly priced vinyl. Smooth vinyl, clear vinyl, all the fun things. So if you're not following in the group yet, please make sure that you join us because more often than not, information goes up there first and then it'll hit the website and then we find it in a lot of other ways too. So information will get out there, but if you want first access to it, join our VIP group. It's Sewacations by So Bestie. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a lot more coming, and I cannot wait to share more. Yes, Pinky, get the 14-year-old to help you set up. It's super easy, I promise. You can do it even just on your phone or tablet. You just download the Zoom application, and when you sign up for that class, I'll be sending out a Zoom link that's scheduled for when we schedule, and I make sure that everybody has a lot of instruction to be able to go through and help. And I've even been known to help troubleshoot machines via video calls and whatnot. So anyway, that's it for me today, you guys. It's been a little over an hour, and I like to keep these nice and short and sweet so that, you know, we can do all of the things in the day. So with that, I leave you. I'm going to walk away from my camera to go shut us off, and that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Come back and see me later this week. We'll be posting up more videos. Oh, and share with your friends. Y'all, I am so close to 5,000 subscribers. Please, please share, subscribe, all the fun things, and maybe we'll do a really fun, I don't know, giveaway of some things come 5,000 subscribers. That is crazy to me. Anyway, all right. Bye, besties. I will see you later. Thank you so much again for joining us.